What if the man who claimed to have killed over 600 people was in fact a fraud? That's the enigma that surrounds the life and deeds of Henry Lee Lucas, a name that sends chills down the spine of many true crime enthusiasts. Henry Lee Lucas, born in Virginia in 1936, grew up under the shadow of abuse and neglect. His mother, a prostitute, would often force him to watch her with clients, while his father, a disabled alcoholic, was absent for most of his life. This tumultuous upbringing laid the groundwork for a life steeped in violence and crime. In 1954, at the tender age of 17, Lucas committed his first known crime, the murder of his mother. After serving 10 years in prison, he was released due to overcrowding. This marked the beginning of a life on the run, during which Lucas claimed to have committed hundreds of murders. But here's where things get murky. Lucas was known for his confessions, claiming responsibility for over 600 murders. He became a law enforcement asset, helping to clear unsolved cases across multiple states. However, many of these confessions were inconsistent and often contradicted by evidence. In the early 1980s, Lucas was arrested again and began his confessions spree. His detailed accounts earned him the title of America's most prolific serial killer. But soon, journalists and legal experts began to question the validity of his claims. They pointed out that Lucas couldn't possibly have committed all the murders he confessed to, given the geographical distances and timelines. Despite the doubts, Lucas was convicted of 11 homicides and sentenced to death in 1984. His sentence was later commuted to life imprisonment by then Texas Governor George W. Bush due to the inconsistencies in his confessions. Lucas lived out the rest of his life in prison, dying from heart failure in 2001. So, did Henry Lee Lucas really kill over 600 people? The short answer is, we may never know. His confessions have been largely discredited, and many of the murders he claimed to have committed remain unsolved.